Hold, please. It's your girl, LonnieB. Come on in and have some tea.
Ready for the LonnieB show. Get ready for the LonnieB show. Get ready for the LonnieB show.
Remember, smile. You owe it to yourself. No one does it better than you. Well, hello, everyone. Yes, we are back again. It is another Thursday. Thank you for tuning in to Optic Tea with LonnieB, as I have a dynamic duo of coaches. I have a dynamic duo of coaches that will be joining me tonight. Trina Jones and Cassandra Williams will be joining me tonight as they talk about both of their businesses. Cassandra Williams Enterprise and Arcani Coaching. So you will be in for a good treat. You know how we do. Every Thursday night, go ahead, tag a friend, text a friend, tweet a friend, and go ahead and dial a friend. And while you're doing that, go ahead and make sure that you have that coffee cup or that tea cup with your good old-fashioned tea in it. Tonight I have room temperature water because my throat is not the best tonight. But we're going to make it do what it do. So everyone, thank you for tuning in to Optic Tea with LonnieB. Also know that I have started a morning devotional called Morning Tea with LonnieB every morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, where I get to share with you a morning devotional from my dear friend, Pastor Charles Williams of CMW Ministries. Do y'all see that sun glare? Look, I feel like Jesus is coming from me, but he's not. Not yet, I hope. Anyway, from my dear friend, CMW Ministries. If you don't have anything to do in the mornings, please go ahead and tip on over and hear me out and join me as I share morning devotional with you. Morning Tea with LonnieB, right here, same place, just a different time, but every day, Monday through Friday. So let's go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. So we're having technical difficulties. So if you hear a little few things or there's a delay or I start doing like this, it's not me, it's actually the camera. We're having technical difficulties, but guess what? We will always do what we gotta do, right? So let's talk about it. So every day in my morning, I let everyone know what today is. So today is National Ballpoint Pen Day. Yay! Also, it's National Iced Tea Day. And it's National Candy Day. And so this morning I told those, if you love me so much, my favorite candy is Mike and Ike's Typhoon flavor. That's the pink box. So if you ever think about me and you just want to slide something to me, you can go ahead and slide me some Mike and Ike's Typhoon. Find them at the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, wherever you want to find them. They're just $1 plus tax. What is that, $107? I think I can splurge that on myself, so I'll never be disappointed. So when we come back, well, actually, before we go to a commercial break, I do want to share with you a quote for today. So as you all know, this month is National Men's Month, where we recognize our kings, right? We thank them for who they are. We thank them for being who they are and what they're doing in our world and society, trying to make a difference. This month, I will always feature a quote from a male figure, just to share that our men are proud, our men are strong. They do have the tenacity to do and be the kings and the priests in our lives and in our homes and in leadership positions that they need to be. So today, men, we honor you, we welcome you, as we do for the entire day of the month, and not month of June, and not just the month of June, but every day. Just know that you are respected. We love you, we honor you, and we appreciate all that you do to our kings of the world. So today's quote comes from Tupac. I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. From none other, Tupac Shakur. So when we come back, I will introduce you to our first guest today. And we'll actually get up close and personal and hear all about Arcani Coaching. So when we come back, we'll be joined by Trina Jones of Arcani Coaching.
Experience the empowerment of Optic Tea with LonnieB. Join us every second and fourth Thursday as our guests share the success and failures of the journey that brought them to experience their truth.
It's been everything. It's been a little bit of hurt. It's been a little bit of pain. But for the most part, it has been good. And it's definitely according to God's plan.
LonnieB is insightful, thought-provoking, and just plain funny. Every second and fourth Thursday on Facebook Live, Twitch TV, and YouTube Live. It's Optic Tea with LonnieB.
And we are back. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you're just now joining us, you're tuning in to Optic Tea with LonnieB, where I get up close and personal with those who are making a difference in the world in which we live and the communities in which they serve. And they are the hidden gems that I do find. And I do search out for them because they have so much to offer and the world needs to know about it. So tonight, our first guest her name is Trina Jones. Her company is Arcani Coaching. So please, everyone, go ahead and tap those mics, tap your coffee cup, and help me welcome Trina Jones. Hello, Trina.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Yolanda. Hello, everyone that's out there watching.
Look, so Trina, when we were in the waiting room and I asked you, look who's watching.
I see.
Good. That's so awesome. And then look here. Do you know that person?
I do.
So Trina, I just want to say thank you for joining me tonight. I know that you could have been doing a lot of things, but you chose to take this time out to answer my request for you to come and sit and allow me to get up close and personal with you. So let's talk a little bit about who is Trina Jones.
Well, Trina Jones wears many hats. I can say that. I am, by day, I am the Chief Operating Officer for Global Academies, which is an education services organization. But aside from that, I'm a mother, I am a wife, I'm a sister, and I also am the proud owner of Arcani Coaching. And it was born during the pandemic, actually. But it was something that had been inside of me for a very long time. And so during the pandemic is when I decided it was time to get it out there. So I'm also a coach.
Yes, you are. And so congratulations on birthing Arcani Coaching during the pandemic. That is actually when I met Trina, actually going through a boot camp through Trainer Nisi, who was my very first guest on the show. And so through that, Trina made the mistake of sharing with LonnieB that she had Arcani Coaching. So not only did we develop a workout relationship, we also have a working relationship. I help assist her with marketing and branding herself and getting out there with Arcani Coaching. So it has been a good journey. There's a lot that you all can expect to come from Trina. So Trina, tell us a little bit about Arcani Coaching.
So Arcani Coaching is I do life and leadership coaching actually. And then I also do a little bit of other types of coaching, financial coaching, and as well as relationship coaching, but those are not my main niche that I have. But I mostly focus on leadership coaching, leadership in your personal life, as well as leadership in the workplace. So my job, what I do is, and I don't want to call it a job, but what I do is I coach people. My tagline is inspire. No, it's dream, inspire, and empower. And so, when people come to me, they come to me with a dream, and I want to inspire them to get that dream and put it into motion, and then empower them to move forward. And so I've had the opportunity to coach people over the years, informally as well as formally. And so because of that, uh, and without getting paid, I might add. So because of that, I decided that it was time to really put put it into a formalized fashion and create my company. So the name of my company actually means greatness, because I want to coach people to greatness as well.
Yes. And so, in your going from doing it personally and at no cost to actually allowing it to manifest into your own company now, what has that been like for you? Because you did it in the middle of the pandemic when everything was, some things were at a standstill. So, how has that been starting it in the pandemic and where you are today?
I When I started it in the pandemic, I really just wanted to make that step, because I had been saying, "Oh, I'm launching," but I really wasn't doing a whole lot to launch it. And so I felt like I'm the type of person, I feel like I have to have all my ducks in a row and everything has to be perfect in order for me to now, get it out there. But during the pandemic, I was like, you know what? Let me just put it out there, because the longer it stays in my head, the more it's not going to manifest. And so I made the steps to start the organization, create the name, register it with the state. And even that, for a while, because I also work full time, I was kind of just stuck in trying to figure out, how do I market this? I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted a website. I knew I wanted a logo. Didn't know what type of logo I wanted, but I knew I wanted something that was unique, but also kind of spoke to what it is that I wanted to do in my coaching business. And so for a while, it just sat there, but I knew I had Arcani and I have to now figure out how to move it forward. And then came along Lonnie B.
And what was that like?
So working with Lonnie B, she has really taken me out of my comfort zone. Case in point tonight. When she asked me to be on the show, I was just like, what? A no. And she said yes. And so here I am. But don't think I didn't fight it. But I knew that this was something that God was answering my prayer, because I had it in one of my journals that I wanted to be a guest speaker on some show, at some workshop. I had put it out there. And so I could not, as much as I said no, I knew that this was God answering one of my prayers that I had for Arcani coaching. And so here I am. And Lonnie B has pushed me much more than I want to be pushed, but I need that. I need that. So it's been good.
It's been my pleasure. I'm reading your husband's comments and I'm just like, he's like, yes, she did fight it. I so love your king because he's like telling all the juice.
I
But
see
no,
that. I see that.
and the beauty of it was that, even though you fought it, Trina, I think you fought it from a place of the unknown, and stepping out, because you, like you said, you did something. All the ducks weren't exactly in the row. All the ducks were not walking the same way. I mean, I was sitting here taking you different directions, but you were flexible. And that's the one thing I can say, is that you were open to the flexibility of doing what the ask, to take you to that place of getting you to where you are today. So, where you are today, I know that you launched a lot, Connie Coaching, but a lot has happened since then because you've gotten additional certifications, correct?
Oh yeah, I've had it actually for a while, and as you and I were working together, I forgot that I had it. But I'm also I'm also a certified Symbis facilitator, and what that is it stands for Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. So I'm certified to actually administer the assessment to couples, and what it does, it helps couples in their pre-marriage state. And actually, we have an assessment for those who are already married too. We have it for blended families as well, but it helps couples realize or look at those areas that may be, concern prior to them getting married, and allows them to talk it through and really work on those things before they move into that next step, so that they walk into the marriage being clear and knowing what those things are that they, need to work on where they're not on the same page. So yes, I am a Symbis facilitator as well for marriages.
But then now you're also leadership, and then there's one other that you're certified in. Talk to us about your leadership um, coaching style.
So my style really is I walk beside my clients. I'm not the one to tell you what to do. So in coaching, it's very different than being a counselor or a therapist. As a coach, I'm beside you. I'm walking with you. I'm helping you achieve those goals that you said you want to achieve. I'm helping you to get unstuck from where you may be. And what's funny is, as a coach, you tend to coach yourself too. As you're coaching your clients, you're coaching yourself through different things, because you're asking questions and you're getting your clients to think, well, why do you think that way, or why do you do a certain thing a certain kind of way. And so helps you to begin to really look at yourself as well, and coaching yourself through certain situations.
So, in coming through a program such as yours, the leadership, the Symbis, and then your husband just blasted you. He says you're also a B Cup certified.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Oh, she has
Oh, Buku.
Buku certification.
Look, hey, I took my glasses off and look, I'm just making up words. Hey,
I don't know what other certifications I have. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he'll tell us.
Put it in the chat.
He'll tell us. But
Yeah.
So with that, and thank you for clarifying that leadership coaching does not substitute for counseling. So if there are some areas where an individual struggles with maybe it's wanting to advance in corporate America, but they have self-esteem issues, you can't coach the self-esteem issue, but you can help with getting them prepared to seek out that leadership position. It sounds like that's a very fine line.
Mhm.
Can you talk a little bit from just using that example to help us understand? I know it's a very fine line, but how would you help us understand the difference between you and then needing to seek a counselor when there's self-esteem that's involved?
Yeah. So sometimes, though, with self esteem, it may not be that they need to see a mental health professional. It could
Mhm.
just be that they need to talk through whatever it is that's hindering them, or them having these self esteem issues. Now, if the self-esteem issues has morphed into something else, that maybe they are experiencing some mental health challenges, because I am not certified to talk about that. I'm not certified to give advice. That is not my area. I would then, you know, reassess the coaching client relationship to see if coaching is if they're even ready for coaching at this time, because sometimes people, they need to get whole before they're able to come and be with a coach. If you're broken, if you're having depression, symptoms of depression, or some type of challenge like that, then you want to seek a mental health professional. Get yourself to be what we call whole and not broken, because coaches can't fix you. Coaches help you to Coaches help healthy people to move forward in whatever it is that they want to do. So, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example.
Mhm.
I was stuck. Like I said, I had to put all my ducks in the row. I had to make sure all this stuff was done before I felt like I was ready to launch Arcani Coaching.
Mhm.
But that wasn't the case. When I met LonnieB, I still wasn't ready. But yet she said, I'm going to put this out there and you're going to launch now. And I was just like, but I'm not ready. In my mind, I'm not ready. And so, whether she knows it or not, but I'm telling her now, she helped me through that, because I was stuck on the fact that all my ducks are not lined up. How can I launch this? Because it's just not together. And so that's what I mean by being stuck, but then allowing that person and helping them through that so that they can move forward and not stay in that same place.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm so glad that I helped you, because there's so many times, and those are the type of clients that I love, is that I can actually push you because for some reason, I guess people that are attracted to me or that are drawn to our company are those individuals who want to have A, B, C, D, one, two, three. It's like I gotta have, I gotta wash the towel, I gotta have the detergent, I gotta have everything, the water, the detergent. I got to have everything before it can be prepared to go in the dryer. And I can't put it in the dryer unless I have a dryer sheet. And oftentimes you don't need that dryer sheet. The dryer sheet just makes it easy for you not to have to deal with static. But in the interim, you could still go on. And those are the individuals that come to LonnieB Creative Designs on our branding and marketing side, is that we help you to identify that, you know what, sometimes you just need that person to just put you out there to hold you accountable, because once you're out there, now you're accountable because your name's on the line. And look where you are today. So many things have happened from that day, from the first posting that I put that coming soon about your website, that we put it out there and we begin to brand you and we begin to help you get out there. And there's a lot that has happened. And so even in the midst of you not feeling like you were prepared, you were prepared. And Mr. Jones says that all the ducks are very seldom all lined up. Sometimes you need that push to get you to move. And so LonnieB gave Trina Jones that push to move. So when we come back, I do want you to share about your programs, how someone can get in contact with you, if they want individual, if they want group coaching, if they want you to be a speaker, whatever it is that they're designed for you to do, whether it's speaking engagement, you travel to them or you do it virtually, or whatever it is, I want you to share with the listening audience what service you offer, how can they benefit from it, and then when we come back at the end, I will join both you and Cassandra to talk about your services and actually talk about the differences between the two. And we'll just do some chit chat dialogue so people will understand, because you two offer two total different dynamics of coaching. And that's the beauty of coaching. Everyone sees coaching and they think everyone can coach, but you have to be a subject matter expert in that coaching area. So to the listening audience, you know what to do. Go ahead, go fill up that coffee cup. It's good tonight because we're talking about you and yourself and empowerment by way of coaching. So stay tuned. Be right back. One moment.
Experience.
Once again, one day there was two detectives sitting in a car talking. As they were talking, someone came up on them, snuck up on them, shot them both. That right there set off a firestorm that I am dealing with to this day. I'm so caught up in the middle of it right now. This kid did not have a job that Matthews did something wrong, and I didn't do nothing about it, but I can do something now.
How do you figure that? I mean, the man is crazy.
Hey. You need to just relax, all right? I'm just saying, relax. Relax.
This man killed his dad. Now he's trying to kill him. Why would you represent somebody like that? I don't understand.
It's about justice.
I know it don't make no sense, but I feel like he needs to face his fears, you know?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Tony Harris, guilty in the first degree for the murder of Jeremiah Matthews Sr., and also guilty in the first degree for the attempted murder of Jeremiah Matthews Jr.
What happened to the guy who had a purpose?
I am
the guy who stood for justice before anything else, huh? Just tell me the story one more time, from beginning to end, and do not leave anything out.
So killing a man, that's just nothing to you, right? It didn't happen like that.
Been expecting Harris.
And we are back. You just got to seeing a snippet of movie preview of my dear friend, Steven Sticks Josie, who was my guest last Thursday. He is the writer, he is the director, he's an actor, and the producer of the show The Hills. So be sure to check it out on Netflix, right? Go ahead and check it out. So for everyone who's tuning in, you're tuning in to Optic Tea with LonnieB. And tonight we are getting up close and personal with Trina Jones and Cassandra Williams, who are two dynamic coaches throughout the U.S. So Trina, thank you so much for joining us tonight. So when we left, I asked you to share some of the types of coaching that you offer and how can someone get in contact with you?
Sure. So I offer one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. I'm actually going to be doing a workshop tomorrow for an organization for their professional development day. So I'm looking forward to that. But you can reach me via my website, which is arcanicoaching.com. You can sign up for a free 15-minute discovery call, and from there, that 15 minutes will allow you to determine if Arcani is right for you, if we provide the service that you are looking for, the type of coaching service that you're looking for. And then after that, if you determine that Arcani is a good fit for you, then we would schedule a 30-minute call. So again, arcanicoaching.com, and sign up for a free 15-minute discovery call.
Now, let me ask you, why would I come to Arcani Coaching versus Sally Sue coaching down the road?
Sally Sue?
Yeah.
Well, you would want to come to me because I speak from experience, but I'm also very passionate about bringing out the leader in people. As I said, my tagline is inspire, dream, inspire, and empower. And so I'm all about helping you with your dreams and inspiring you to make that dream a reality, and then empowering you and letting you know that, hey, I can do this. And I speak from experience. If I can do it, you can do it. Knowing where I was at one point in time, you would not catch me with a mic. You would not catch me even on this radio show, or this show, period. And so I know that I've come a long way, but I know that great things don't come from being in your comfort zone. And so I knew that if I wanted to make Arcani successful, I had to come out of my comfort zone.
Absolutely. And you are so right. Everyone has to come out of their comfort zone. I even had to come out of my comfort zone, believe it or not. I never wanted to be on this side of the camera. I always wanted to be behind the scenes. So I actually came out of my comfort zone. But also, let me ask you, if someone wants to have you come to their place of business for coaching, do you? And also, do you offer virtual coaching?
Right now, it is virtual coaching. So that would be a conversation that we could have with that organization who's looking for Arcani services.
Okay. Awesome. And so again, just for those who are tuning in, can you cover the styles of the three areas that you cover in coaching?
So I do personal life coaching, leadership coaching, and I'm also a SYMBIS facilitator, which is save your marriage before it starts. And so I do marriage coaching as well.
Awesome. And if we want to keep in touch with what's going on with Trina, do you have a blog? Do you have a podcast? How can we get to constant contact with Trina to know what Trina is doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis?
ArcaniCoaching.com. I'm also on Facebook. My page is Arcani Coaching. And I'm also on Instagram at Arcani Coaching.
Awesome. Okay, so Ms. Trina, I truly thank you. When we come back, I will be joining you and Cassandra together at the end of the show. So don't leave. We will. I thank you for your time. I thank you for joining us, but you're still not going anywhere because I still have some more questions for you. But to the listening audience, please don't go anywhere because Trina's going to come back and share some more insight. But after the next commercial break, we will get up close and personal with Cassandra Williams of the Cassandra Williams Enterprise. Don't go anywhere. She is a coach, but she's a different kind of coach. So coaching is not the same. So just because you heard from Trina and your ears are burning, go ahead and go to her website, sign up for her, but definitely come right on back, because I promise you, where you're going to get leadership, you're going to get another kind of coaching from Cassandra. So tonight is a night of truly empowering, educating yourself, and becoming the best you that you can be. So stay right there. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Optic Tea.
Experience the empowerment of Optic Tea with LonnieB. Join us every second and fourth Thursday as our guests share the success and failures of the journey that brought them to experience their truth.
It's been everything. It's been a little bit of hurt. It's been a little bit of pain. But for the most part, it has been good. And it's definitely according to God's plan.
LonnieB is insightful, thought-provoking, and just plain funny. Every second and fourth Thursday on Facebook Live, Twitch TV, and YouTube Live. It's Optic Tea with LonnieB.
And we are back. Trina, once again, I want to say thank you, and we will be right back with you shortly. Okay, so everyone, thank you for tuning in. Our next guest, her name is Cassandra Williams. She is the owner of Cassandra Williams Enterprise. She is an author. She is a mother. She is a wife. She is a minister. She is a coach. She is a CEO. She is everything that you can imagine a woman to be. She is what we define as a Proverbs 31 woman. If you truly understand Proverbs 31, you understand that those are very hard shoes to fill. But for me, meeting Cassandra Williams, I can tell you, if she doesn't meet them perfectly, she meets them imperfectly perfect. So please help me welcome today, Cassandra Williams. Hello.
Hi, Lonnie. How are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
It is going good. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
Really excited. Yes. So Cassandra, I met you in Clubhouse.
Yes.
Yes. And we were and we have been talking. It's crazy how I met you back in January or February, and here we are today. And this has been a long time coming. I truly thank you to the listening audience. Cassandra was one of the first 5 that answered the yes to coming on Optic Tea with LonnieB when she didn't even know if I was going to make it that long. But here I am persistence. Of persistence. Even when there was resistance, persistence wears down. Persistence wears down the resistance that we're all faced with in our lives. So, Cassandra, let me stop talking and let the listening audience hear. Tell us, who is Cassandra Williams?
Who am I? I am a woman that wears many hats, but I understand that my hats do not define who I am. And that was a lesson that I had to learn, was to establish who I am and who I wanted to be, just as me. Cassandra, the funny girl, the one that loves God, loves to laugh, loves to read, that's an introvert that will have to pull away after this broadcast, but just your everyday girl. I am born and bred a Georgia girl. I'm a peach through and through. So that is me in a nutshell, just simple. It doesn't have to be that deep. I'm just one of those, just a simple girl. That's it.
And you are. From the very first time that I met you, it was like, when you say that there are people who are not of many words, Cassandra was not of many words, but her actions and what she does speaks for her resume, speaks for that dash in between her alpha and when God says that omega. So her work speaks for her. So since you shared with us, and I've shared a snippet about you being a mother and author and a long laundry list of all the accolades and the alphabets that go after our names, right? So let's talk about the one that I am most fascinated with, and it's your Facebooker. We'll get to coaching. But I want to talk about Wise, wise wives build.
Mhm.
How did that come about? Because I love that Facebook group.
Oh, okay. So Wise Wives Build is a group. We're on Clubhouse as well as in Facebook land. And it came about from a season in my life where I was looking for help as a wife. That I didn't want to be involved with the single. I wasn't single, even though my husband's a truck driver. I was not single. And, the couples ministry, he wasn't really, around that much. And so I needed something just for me, a
Mhm.
place where I could be safe and process the things that were going on with me as a wife. And so when I came through my journey, God was like, I need you to create a space for those that are coming behind you, a space where they can come and they can just say, let their hair down and say, you know what? It may not be him. It's me.
Mhm.
I know what he's got going on, but this is me. This is my
Right.
space and my place. And so Wise Wives Build was born from the scripture that of in Proverbs where it says a wise woman builds her house, but a foolish one will tear it down with her hands. And I realized that there were some areas where I had been tearing down my house. Now, no, I didn't go out there with the hammer.
Exactly.
That was what I was doing. But with my actions,
Yes.
the side eye, with my mouth, and just other things that I was doing within my marriage, I was contradicting what God had ordained, which was my
Mhm.
covenant with my husband. I was me. I was tearing it down because of things that I hadn't dealt with.
Wow. And so that group, because I'm not married, I'm single.
Mhm.
So that group is not just, so even the title is Wise Wives Build. I go in there and I glean because I learned from those of you that are married and you're teaching through your wisdom of just putting your thoughts onto, in a group. I'm learning what not to do. What can you do? Keeping my mouth shut.
Hush.
That's gonna be a glory Jesus, yes, Lord. But to see the wisdom and to see sometimes the journeys that some of the women take in the group, it has truly blessed me. So that is why I wanted you to share that group. So for anyone who is seeking marriage or who is married, but need that extra cushion to say, am I it, who needs to know that they're not in it by themselves. There's a group on Facebook. There's a group on Clubhouse for those who have entered into the Clubhouse world. There is a group, and it is called Wise Wives Build. Wise, Wise, Wives, Wives, Build. And you do not have to be married. You can be single, such as I. And it is a wonderful thing. But it gives you comfort to let you know that for me, oh, I'm not ready for that. I still need to work on that. So it's really, really good. So I thank you for God imparting that into you. But also from that, don't you have a book?
I do.
Mhm.
I have two. I have two books for the ladies. And here's the thing, I call you Esther's in waiting because I believe God is preparing you. You don't become a wife when you get a ring. You are that. You have characteristics before you ever make the covenant. And so I have a 30 for 30. It is a devotional. And it takes you through 30 days of really investing into your marriage. Everyone really prepared for the wedding day, but not many people prepared for the married life. What happens? We saw Cinderella ride off and her and Prince Charming, but no one ever really told us what happened after they rode off into the sunset.
Exactly.
Life happens.
Right. And Hallmark doesn't tell you either.
No, they just get you to that moment. And so and it brings you back to the basis of why did you get married? What are some of the things that, you loved about each other in the very beginning? Taking a look at it from a different perspective. Are you looking at it from the outside looking in? Or are you on the inside looking out? So it takes you through different activities and it's 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day on your marriage. And then I have Wise Wives Build Redemption. And it portrays how God receives us back. Men are not the only one that have made mistakes. Sometimes we are the reason. Sometimes it was us. And you can always come back home.
Absolutely.
And so redemption talks about making mistakes, dealing with the things that you brought into your marriage, that luggage that he didn't see. He saw the pots, he saw the pans, he saw the dresses, he saw the clothes and the shoes, but there were some things that were hidden in your heart that he didn't see. And so that helps you walk through and kind of see some of the ways that we kind of set ourselves up, but redemption is available. And so both of those are available as well.
Awesome. So now, perfect segue. Do you offer coaching in that area of wives build? Okay, so that's one of your coaching programs.
So I'm Coach Williams, affectionately known as. Recently, God has really had me to become a coach and a mentor to wives that are in that space, to help them walk through their journey, to come alongside, to ask those powerful questions, because sometimes they were never even given the chance to look within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not lose yourself? And so that's what we do. So I do one-on-one coaching. I have group sessions as well. But yes, because I am a victory coach. So what I want to help you do is I want to help you move from where you are. I want to help you get to where you want to be, but I want to help you live there. I don't just take you to the door, drop you off. I want you to be able to process your past and everything, so that when you get to your new place, because it's a difference, even in marriage, you can't take girlfriend mentality into wife. They're two different. Yeah. So, girlfriend and wife are two different mindsets. Girlfriend gets to go home after the date. You get mad, you go home. Wife has to stay there, and we got to work that out.
Wow. Awesome. See, that's a lot, because so many single women, we begin to function as the wife, not realizing that you can function as the wife or wife material, but in the reality, you're still girlfriend. You still have girlfriend opportunities.
Yeah.
Go home. Get mad. Go home. Get mad. Don't talk to him for some days. You can't do that in a marriage. It's not acceptable. It's not godly. So thank you for that. And of course, at the end, we'll talk about how they can get in contact with you, but let's talk about other coaching that you offer.
I'm a life and empowerment coach. And what I do is I help you deal with those things that may come and tap you on the shoulder. Once you went through, I personally went through counseling, but once I got through the counseling, they just kind of dropped me off at the door. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this revelation that I just got in counseling? And so what I help people do is pick up from that place of counseling and help them apply it and help them walk through their journey of dealing with, now I don't have to deal with fear. Now I can take off guilt. I can take off shame. No one was teaching people how to live without their issue. Because people could get up and they put it on. You get up and you put on pride, guilt, shame, fear. You put it on like a coat. Every day you get up and you say, okay, I can't leave home without this. And then all of a sudden that's gone. What am I supposed to do? And so I found that people were going back. I was going back to old behavior because no one was ever teaching me how to live on the other side. And so at Cassandra Williams Enterprise, our philosophy is this: it doesn't matter the cards that you were dealt. It's just a matter of how you play your hand. You are in control of how you play the hand that you have been given.
Absolutely. Thank you. There are so many more levels of coaching that Ms. Cassandra offers. And so for those of you who are out there, please go and visit her website. But when we come back from commercial break, I do want you to talk about one of your programs. And it is one that you actually talk about. I believe you travel and talk about it, but it's Where's Daddy? I want you to talk about that one. So, to the listening audience, please don't go anywhere. You're tuning in to Optic Tea with LonnieB, and I am getting up close and personal at this moment with Cassandra Williams. And if you missed it, I've already gotten up close and personal with Trina Jones, but she'll be back momentarily. And always, if you forgot to catch the beginning, there's always a recording, and I'll tell you how you can catch that recording. So stay right there. Or if you got to get up, you just got to stretch those legs, go fill that teacup back up and come right on back so you can finish hearing all up from Cassandra Williams and Trina Jones. Be right back in a moment.
Experience the empowerment of Optic Tea with LonnieB. Join us every second and fourth Thursday as our guests share the success and failures of the journey that brought them to experience their truth.
It's been everything. It's been a little bit of hurt. It's been a little bit of pain. But for the most part, it has been good. And it's definitely according to God's plan.
LonnieB is insightful, thought-provoking, and just plain funny. Every second and fourth Thursday on Facebook Live, Twitch TV, and YouTube Live. It's Optic Tea with LonnieB.
And we are back. So thank you for tuning in. For those who are tuning in, you're joining Optic Tea with LonnieB. And at this moment, I'm getting up close and personal with the Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise. Cassandra, when we left before break, I asked you to talk about one of your programs. Where's Daddy? Talk to us a little bit about that one.
Okay, Where's Daddy was based off actually my personal journey to building a relationship with my father. My biological father was not really present in my life when I was growing up. And so I found that a lot of little girls are looking for daddy, whether it be in relationships, validation in the church, on their jobs. They're looking for a man to tell them who they are, because a father gives you your identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so every little girl wants that approval from their daddy. And so whether he was not present by choice, whether he was incarcerated, whether he is, he passed away when you were younger, it was out of his control. We are still left with that same feeling of abandonment and sometimes rejection that follows us throughout life. And if we never deal with that, we never go heal, allow that little girl to heal, it will keep you stuck. Even when it comes to your business, not even in marriage. Yes, in marriage, but even in your business dealings, you can't figure out why won't I go for this promotion? Why do I feel like I can't do it? There is a deeper root there. And so I help them go back and deal with those emotions and those things that are tied to. And I help them free themselves and allow that little girl to grow up into the woman that God has created them to be.
Thank you. And so there are other programs that you have to offer. We won't talk about them, but I will share some of them with the audience. There's the Proverbs 31 Woman, there's the Power of Forgiveness, and then there's the Victors. So those are the programs. And if you go out to her website, which she'll share in a moment, you can find all about her programs, and you can find out how to get in contact with her. So Cassandra, tell them how they can get in contact with you and what services do you offer individually and for groups or organizations.
Okay. You can go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com, and that will allow you to get to everywhere, even to Wise Wives Build as well. And I do individual and group coaching. I also do, I would do travel now that the world is opening back up.
Yes.
I do travel, and I also do virtual. Because a lot of people, just because of time and different things, different states, all of that. I do virtual through Zoom. If you're on Clubhouse, we can hop into Clubhouse room. So listen, there's no excuse. We took away all the excuses. But yeah, you can go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com. You can find me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And I do have a 15-minute session where it's just get to know you. What are you looking for? Just a little jump start for you. I also have a 30-minute jump start as well that is just a laser focus one topic to just, when you need that shot in the arm. Because
Awesome.
sometimes you don't need a whole session. You may just need 30 minutes. Like, I just need to get this out and we can keep it moving. So I do those as well.
Awesome. Cassandra, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere, actually. So at this moment, I am going to bring back up Trina so we can talk to the both of you, and just you all offer final words, anything you want us to know about you, your business, even about maybe some words of wisdom about when you're looking for a coach. So give me a moment. I'm going to bring in Trina. Trina, welcome back.
Thank you.
Let me just tell you, Trina, I love your husband. I need to put him on paid staff. I mean, he comments, he's so actively engaged. I love it. So ladies, I do have a question. You both are coaches. You both have different styles of coaching, different areas of coaching. When a person is looking for a coach, what should we look for? Cassandra, we'll start with you.
You should find someone that resonates with you. That person that kind of puts you at ease, not make you comfortable, because we're going to ask you questions that are going to make you very uncomfortable. But that person you resonate with, that you feel like, you know what, I can take the mask off and I can be vulnerable before this person. So that's one thing that I tell people, look for someone that's transparent. Look for someone that you can be vulnerable with and that makes you feel at ease, like you, and you can trust them. So those are the things that I tell my clients.
Thank you. Trina.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree. Those are the top things that I would say as well. It's very important that when you find a coach, is someone that you feel like you can, share your story with, because it may get really personal, and you want to make sure that the person that you are sharing your heart with is going to actually treat it, because it's your heart, and treat it delicately and care for it. So yeah, I would agree with Cassandra and all that she said.
Awesome. So now, once I established the relationship with my coach, you all said that you would ask some things that are uncomfortable. Well, I get that in counseling. I know couch therapy. I get that, right? So I know I'm going to expect the unexpected. But what kind of questions should I expect that's going to possibly touch that trigger during coaching? Is it, what are those questions? Because in my mind, I'm thinking it's the question that says, Alonda, you want to be a CEO, but you can't get out the bed on time. You have an area of procrastination. So what are some of those questions that you all would ask that would be a trigger that would, cause those ruffles to become uneasy or unruffled? Trina, start with you.
So I think for leadership, sometimes it's hard for people to talk about themselves. So one question I may ask them is, why do you consider yourself a leader? Or what are the qualities that you have or characteristics that you feel that you have to be a leader? And so it makes people begin to think about, why is that? Because some people, they're in leadership or they want to become a leader, but they don't really think about what are the qualities or what are those characteristics that I need to have to be able to lead a team, to be to build my leadership skills. So that's one that I know makes people think, and it makes them uncomfortable because they got to talk about themselves.
Absolutely. Ms. Cassandra?
Mine would be kind of getting them to kind of move forward. Is I normally ask, one of the questions that I ask is, what would it mean to you? How would you feel if you were in the same place, doing the same thing with the same people next year this time and did not take advantage of this opportunity?
Oh, wow. Jeez.
And so that, yeah. And so it kind of makes them conquer or look at the fear of the unknown because they know right now, they know where they've been. And so they have to get past that. And so to put them in the place of a year from now being right here, it kind of gives them that push, that nudge that they need to at least start moving.
Yeah. And you said a year. And I remember when I was in corporate America and in leadership, it used to be every 3 years. If you're still in the same place, then you're actually on your road to becoming complacent. And so now you're saying a year. So when I look at myself and it's like a year, I'm just getting started. That used to be our safety net. Hey, I'm still learning. I'm still learning the ropes. And you're saying now, if you look at yourself a year, there still should be some type of growth. There should be something that you should see in yourself, and we can't use the excuse, well, I wasn't trained, they didn't have it available, because there's so much out there now and the world has to offer that you can get the skills, the tools, and the resources that you need. So thank you, ladies, so much. I would ask both of you, what are some final words that you would like to give to your listening audience? One, for the person who is seeking a coach, and two, for the person who is saying, I've had a coach, but I had a bad experience, but I know I need it. What would you say to those two individuals? Cassandra, we'll start with you.
I would tell them to do it for themselves. Try again. You go to the store, you have a bad experience, and you still keep going back to that store over and over and over again. Or you go to the store, you have a bad experience, and you say, you know what? I'm not going to go to that store. I'm not going to go to that particular restaurant, but you don't stop going to every restaurant. You don't stop going to every store. So find the person that is a best fit for you. I'm not everybody's coach. Let me say that. I'm not. But I know that there are some people, and my voice is resonating with you right now. And so if I'm your coach, then make it happen for yourself. Don't wait for someone. If you are a wife or an Esther in waiting, don't wait for Prince Charming isn't coming. Can I just say that? He's not coming in riding on the white horse. He's not coming. You're going to have to build it.
Wow.
So that was what I would want to say. And whether it's marriage, your business, your ministry, you're going to have to build it. You're going to have to put your hands to something. And so why not have someone that can come alongside of you and help you pull out what needs to be pulled out? Because all the answers are within yourself.
Thank you. Miss Trina?
So I would say to think about what you want to see, or what you want to have in a coach, and write those things down. I would also say to, take advantage if there's a coach that you met and they have that, that discovery opportunity, and it's free, or even if it's not, but you feel like this is a person that can really help you in that particular area, that, you talk to them and see if they would be a good fit. It doesn't hurt to just talk to a person and see, do you actually connect with that coach, because the relationship is very important. It's someone you're going to be with on a weekly, a monthly, or however long the program will be. And so you want to make sure that the person that's coaching you, you like them, and that is very important, because you're going to be spending your money. So write down those wants that you have, those characteristics that you're looking for in a coach.
Absolutely. Thank you. And so you ladies just actually enlighten me on something, is that just as much as it is important for you to learn about me, it's important for me to learn about you, because the work relationship is going to go both ways. So thank you, ladies, very much. To the listening audience, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for staying with us tonight and getting up close and personal with Cassandra Williams and Trina Jones. Two different styles of coaching. Cassandra Williams is life and empowerment. Trina is leadership. So guess what? You can actually go to both of them. I know I am, because I can go to Cassandra and get my life in order. I'm Esther. I'm waiting. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to see what God says. But then I can go to Trina Leadership and I can actually say, how do I take myself to another level? Becoming not just in senior leadership in corporate America, but a CEO. How do I now learn how to lead my staff, which are my children? How do I learn to lead them? And I take it from a personal relationship to a business relationship where neither one are strained on a day-to-day basis. My kids are probably looking at me upside my head, but that's okay. I'm going to get some coaching. Work with me. So to the listening audience, I thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Once again, ladies, thank you so much for taking time from your schedule. To the listening audience, thank you for joining Optic Tea with LonnieB. Be sure, if you're up at 8:30 in the morning Central Standard Time, join me on Morning Tea with LonnieB, where we actually share a morning devotional from Pastor Charles Williams of CMW Ministries. Check him out on Facebook. And if not, you know where to find me next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here, same place. I'll be in the same seat, just different clothes, where we get up close and personal with who's next week, Darnell Big Husky and Candy Condit, who is a Hall of Fame NWBA basketball player. So please stay tuned for this weekend. Be safe, enjoy yourself, and remember, LonnieB always says, smile, you owe it to yourself. No one does it better than you. Take care, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Optic Tea with LonnieB. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Stay connected on and off the show by following Optic Tea with LonnieB on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.